Taylor Swift has filed a new trademark application for a new mark. What is the mark? It is Female Rage the Musical. Now, that one's very interesting, and you might be thinking, well, what is she gonna do? Is she gonna stage a new musical? As many people know, at least fans of Taylor Swift are aware, she recently went back out on her world tour and has been performing in Paris. And apparently, at some point during these shows, there is a bit of a Female Rage reference to Female Rage the Musical, and that has to do with her Tortured Poet Society album. So what is she gonna do with this new trademark? Is she gonna go stage Broadway musicals about female rage? The answer to that is maybe, because one of the categories that she's applied in for her trademark is in fact musical productions. So you might think, all right, one day she's gonna do a musical on Broadway called Female Rage the Musical. If she did, it would certainly be covered by this trademark application. However, in this one application, she has included 10 categories of goods or services that she intends to use in connection with this mark. And many of the other categories have nothing to do with staging musicals. Most of the other categories are merchandise related. So think things like tote bags, there's one for journals, there are guitar picks, instruments, glassware was one that we saw, clothing, definitely one. So that looks to us like she intends to use that mark mostly for merchandise in the future. There was also a category for maybe running an online store. So she might also have an online store or online retail outlet called Female Rage the Musical. Now, the way she filed this trademark application is called an intent to use application, which means that at the time she filed the application, she is not actually using that term or phrase in connection with actually selling any of these goods or services. It means that she intends to in the future, but for right now, she just wants to get the application in and filed, and then later on, she would have to supply and file evidence with the USPTO. So at what point can we expect to see evidence of use for Female Rage the Musical? Well, right now, with the timing of USPTO, we tell people that on a good day, they could expect 12 to 15 months to hear something back from the trademark office on their application. Now, once her trademark goes through a preliminary approval process, she might get issued what's called a notice of allowance, which basically says, we've examined your application, we find no problems with it, no one else has objected to it, and so we can allow you to use it. And now you have 3 to 6 months to actually file evidence of using this mark in connection with all these categories. So what'll be really interesting to see is if she has that evidence ready in about 15 to 18 months from now, and we can see how she actually intends to use it on stuff like drinkware and tote bags and guitar picks and instruments, and see if there is now a line of branded Female Rage the Musical articles of merchandise across a number of categories and spectrums. So if you yourself though have a trademark question, you need a trademark search or application done, you can feel free to reach out to our office at 215-482-0285. Thanks.